Hey, what's going on, family? Yeah, I know this isn't on stream. This is just gonna have to be a recap video. I currently do not have any power, so I'm gonna use a little MiFi device right now, and yeah, I'm gonna use my mobile data to trade. I could only get data for the next hour. My power usually doesn't go. My power usually doesn't go on Mondays, so this is quite literally desperate measures. You know what I mean? So, uh, yeah. So powering up this MiFi device, and yeah, I just wanna, um, even though we don't have any power, and yeah, there's pretty much nothing I can do about that. But what I can do is stream, not stream, but I mean I can trade for the next hour. So I'm just gonna wait for this to come on. As you can see, like my motive wave and my trade C are disconnected. So that is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Hopefully my power comes back before um, before the hour is done. Yeah, this gives me about like 2 gig. So I don't think I can stream and trade at the same time with 2 gigs of data. I also don't want to. I don't want to start a stream and then the stream cuts off, and so yeah. So this is what we're gonna have to do. My trading window is officially open now at 15:45. So yeah, we should. Well, we're connected now on the MiFi. MiFi standing for mobile Wi-Fi. Shout out to whoever came up with that term. But um, I need my trading jacket. 1 second. All right. I mean, we've already changed so many things. I just don't want to change. Yeah. It's this is a little. What's the word? Um, it is me being a little um, superstitious. Yeah, motorwave doesn't want to load. Yeah, shut you down. Let's see. Okay, cool. What can we see from Tracy? We broke above the previous day value area high, uh, right from the open. So we're above previous day value. Uh, you know, there wasn't anything that we were gonna do anyway, even if we were on stream. So we haven't really missed much. We will be watching. I guess we'll throw. We'll see what price looks like on our volume profiles, and also see what we look like on our on a developing volume profile, and then also on the VWAPs. You know, and yeah, and then we'll take it from there. We get another retest of the previous day value area high. If that holds, then I think we're going to be long. All of our values are within previous day value. Our overnight session values, that is, are within previous day values. So, yeah, this I don't know if like if we got back inside, whether we'd call that a Dalton rule, because we opened right at the previous day value area high. So, how do we classify that? It's interesting, eh? At least for one of us. Cool, 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 cool. Let me just make sure you guys can see what's happening with the motor wave, even though it is being glitchy. Um, there we go. Yeah, don't say I never do anything for you. You know what I mean? I have no electricity, but I'm still trading. You know, because there's gonna be things to learn from today, and I want you to get as much value as possible. You know, so what's that? 929. I'm gonna drop it there. Uh, yeah. What's the overnight value area high? They're all within. Uh, they're all within this previous day value. So um, let me just find them here and mark them out, and then we'll figure out what we want to do with. We'll figure out what we want to do with the developing volume profile in just a bit. That says 5625, right? 56725. Update. We literally have an hour, so potentially initial balance. We'll see how that develops with the volume profiles, with the volume profile values, and yeah, nothing much, nothing more we can do around that until that time. But that's only in 40 minutes. 56325. And then overnight value area low is all the way down there. 531.50. 531.50 update. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, I think let's also update them over here on trade C 567.25. No, 567.75. No, 25. 563.25 for the overnight point of control. 63.25. And then 531.50 for the overnight value area low. 531. 531.50. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. So yeah, what's overlapping? Our Globix value area high is overlapping with the previous day point of control. So what can we say? So our Globix basically essentially is the last value area, is the last fair value. How I drew the previous day levels is I used combined levels from Friday's auction and Thursday's auction, because Friday was Juneteenth. So yeah, so there wasn't a lot of volume. Wasn't actually officially a trading day, but there was still some trading that happened. So we're gonna use that volume as well. Now, just need to plot our developing volume profile levels and see how we're actually developing. There we go. Maybe just again for a little context, we do need to have this open, high, low, close on. Let's also turn the Keltner channels on, so we see how we're developing. We overextended, so yeah, so that's kind of what's happening not kind of what's happening. That's what's happening on the volume profile as is right now. Yep. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be one of those hurry up and wait. What could we possibly do? I mean, I think if we do retrace to the value area low, we could look at longing from 577.25, you know, looking for fade. But we've done that twice already at 934 and then again at, what's this, 943. Yeah, 943. I don't think we would have entered here anyway. So, yeah, no, no clear entry just as of yet. We can check the range and see how we are developing here. Like, what's the range so far? Maybe that can give us an indication as to the type of day we might have, 25-point range so far. So 25-point range, 5 ATR. Okay. Possibly. Let's see what we get at the New York VWAP. Do we get a retest of that VWAP and then go higher, or do we break through it? Which does look like we've formed a lower high. So potentially maybe like even a short from 590.50. 590.50 targeting the previous day value area high. That could be something. But yeah, but we do have this VWAP. So do we break through the VWAP or do we hold? It's holding so far, so let's see what happens. 570, what is 577? Previous day value area high, 573. It's a little wide. Yeah. Gonna have to watch this very carefully if we do get to the value area low. If we do get to the value area low, we'll have to watch it very carefully because we could maybe instead of like bouncing off there, we could and instead of we might not actually find support at the value area low. We could like fall through it, and then this retest of value area high, that's going to be important. If we fall beneath this, then the developing volume profile, not the overnight value area high, would be a test. So looking at 567 ish. That's if we break through this value area low. But yeah, but the VWAP seems to have held pretty nicely. It does look like we are a little bullish. We'll see how we close on this candle. 590 could be a nice retest. Could give that a try. Yeah. 590. Yeah, let's give that a shot. 590 buy limit. Do we get that or not? All right, well, we're in it now. There's no turning back. That's okay. That's now shifted to the point of control. So maybe we look at an exit round about 594.25. that switched up on us really quickly. But yeah, let's see how this candle closes. Because this is the point of control now. So where will our stop go? I think our stop at 584.25 makes sense. Let's not take a full loss if we are gonna 584. $584.25. Need a break past this high. Need a clean break past 5.950, 595.50. But that's value area high now, so really, honestly, I think even a stop below this candle at 590.75 will bring this higher. Make that a $37 risk. Just in case we want to play a little more. But yeah, let's see what we get. What happens here, you know? We should exit. I think I'll put this break even. We do need to get a clean break of this. If this doesn't hold and it comes back, then it's gonna stop us out. But yeah, let's just watch it closely. Even a 600 exit would be clean. What is this? Retracing. We need that value area high to hold. If that can hold, then I think we're good. And that's the 10. That's the 10 a.m. candle. Shouldn't break below this low. If we do, I'm gonna make this like 56 bucks or something. Get as much as we can from that. That seems like a stop. All right, cool. So that's 50 bucks from that trade. Maybe we could have like held it for a little longer, perhaps, but you know, let's wait and see. I do have a feeling we are gonna retrace back to the point of control, because if we were gonna get a break, this is where we should have got it. You know, that wick kind of threw me off, to be honest. Could be wrong about it, but so far so good. I mean, we haven't lost any money just as of yet. Let's wait for something that's a little cleaner. Also, something else that I did is I locked the other account. So I locked the other account. Basically, we only have this one. We only have this one account to play with today. You know, I didn't want to do. You know, the whole purpose of me like having multiple accounts is that I could spread the risk. So you know, so I didn't want to do this thing where I kind of feel like, oh, maybe we have a trade here, and then I take a second trade off the other account and bleed that one too. So, you know, that's why I locked this account. But possibly, you know what? Like, I like 586.50. Think we might get a 586.50 long. Yeah, that's a VWAP long. 586.50. Where would our stop go? We'll wait. I think let's wait and see what we get. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. Alternatively, we could try a fade of this value area low, that would be a much safer and a much cleaner entry. So, but yeah, but the MiFi is still good. I'm the definition of if he wants to, he will. Yeah, plus kind of like a little low volume node there. I don't know. I can't see us like doing a little sweep of liquidity here. But yeah, 586, 586.75 right now. That would be the more aggressive entry. Oh, a point of control long, it seems like. But yeah, no need to rush it. No need to rush anything. It is interesting to see whether we're gonna, just interested to see if we're gonna develop more volume around here, so essentially, basically, like, are we gonna rotate around here, around the point of control, and for how long? The more time we spend here, the more I'm gonna be confident for a long, you know. 586. 586 seems it's looking kind of good right now. 587. I think we'll call it 580. 587. Let's put a buy limit there. $587 with an 8-point stop. Looking at our stop being around here. So don't get confused. Trying this. This is what we're going for. Maybe to value area high. It's like a little 1-to-1. 1-to-1-ish. Yeah. I think we have enough to kind of protect us from the further downside, but let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. We do have a little, we do have some more time. Let me just check how long we've been streaming for. Recording 24 minutes. So we have another 30 minutes before our data's done. So, yeah, doing what we can with the time that we have. But yeah, I mean, kind of just like looking at price action. If we're just looking at it purely, those wicks are kind of giving me like these like kind of giving me vibes of, there's a cell wall, like someone is protecting this, or at least absorbing the bias to the upside. Of course, bias to the upside. Why would there be bias to the downside? But yeah, look at that clean rejection of the value area high. I'll move that a little higher. It'd be great if this value area low could shift higher as well. It would allow us to make our risk a lot smaller. It allows us to make our risk a lot smaller. So yeah, even better if the value area low can overlap the VWAP. Yeah. Or if it can just do what it wants to do, and or if it does what it wants to do and just a break and retest. But yeah, I trust you guys had a good weekend though. I spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of time looking into tokenized assets and real world assets, RWAs, and how those work. I think it's gonna make for some really fun and interesting content for you guys. Yeah. So look, our value area high has shifted high as well. All right. Looking at, value area high has shifted higher. This is where our VWAP's at. Our VWAP's also shifted, crept higher a little. It's at 587.50 almost. I think a 584.50 would be a really conservative entry. But this is a lot better for us and our trade, our trade idea, at least. We're not overextended just yet. We're not that overextended just as of yet. But yeah, it's just starting to look more like a break and retest, eh? 10 minutes past 10 EST. But yeah, failed break and retest so far. How can we tell? Just the wick, just the wick. For clean break and retest, personally, I'd like to see stronger looking candles, full candles. A wick is not the best sign, you know what I mean? Yeah, a wick is usually not a good sign. But yeah, a retest of the point of control right now. Big sales also came in 180. 180 at what price? At 594. Also makes sense that these sales came at 599. Makes sense. For sure, if we're still in our trade, I think we would have wanted to close. I don't know if we would have actually closed that. I think we would have held on for 3 more points. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you must never be a dick for a tick. If you can get out, get out. You know what I mean? If you can get out, get out. $587. I mean, $584. $584 could be a good entry still. But yeah, value area low is shifted high as well. We're looking at $584.50 now. Maybe let's shift that lower. 584.50. I think let's try and get the. Let's see if we can get. Let's see if we can get a fade. Let's see if we can get a fade instead. Yeah, that's a much better. That would be a much better entry. And what do we target? We could target the point of control again. Nothing too hectic. I feel like such a bum if it bounces off the view app and actually doesn't get to the value area low, but I do think it's a better entry. Yeah. 592. Might actually get a retest of the view app and it bounces off. But hey. Let's go with the best possible entry, right? Let's go with the best possible entry. Yeah. Something like that. Where's our invalidation point? I mean, behind this node, that's kind of the last place where we'd be seeking some form of protection at 578.75. But here we go, VWAP 587.91. Do we hold? Do we break through it? Clean bounce. Come on, just a little lower. All right. Do that VWAP somewhat. Here we go. Overnight, not overnight. Developing volume profile, value area low. Do we get the retest? Not the one tickle. Look at that. That's our power. Okay. Power's back. I'll give it like a few more minutes for. We'll give it a few more minutes for the what do they call it? For my Starling to start up and yeah. But yeah, 584.50. Come on, get us in. Here we go. All right. We need this to hold. We need this to hold above this moving average. Failure of which we're looking at that node protecting us. you go. Value area low is also shifted lower, so yeah, it could be a good thing for us. We find support there. It seems like we have. Seems like we have. I think we can move our stop to 579.25. I don't know. Could get us. Could get us this liquidity here. I'm gonna open this up and use a little more of what we made from the day, just in case we actually get a sweep of these levels. Hopefully that protects us a little. It's not good trading practice though. By right, if we do break below this, that's our trade idea gone. But just in the event that we do get a sweep of liquidity, yeah, here we go. Are we gonna hold, or are we gonna get stopped out? No, 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 no. That's a stop. Boys. And right at previous day value area high. Yeah. It's a personal daily loss limit hit for the day. I am a little bummed about that, not gonna lie. But yeah, there's nothing more I can do about it. I mean, yeah, there's nothing more I can do. Trying to think if maybe we could have waited for a retest of that previous day value area high, but I mean, this seemed like a valid entry, and we did try the value area low fade, so yeah, deep sweep of liquidity, which I did kind of call. But yeah, it seems like that's gonna be us for the day, boys. I ain't gonna lie, like I am a little disappointed. I mean, we did make some money in the beginning, but we then gave it back. So, what can you do? What can you actually do? What can you actually do? But yeah, I'll call that. I'll call that. I'll upload this video in a little bit, in just a bit. And yeah, we'll pick it up again tomorrow. Obviously, there's gonna be an initial balance trade, and that's gonna happen. I am just gonna watch it. I can't take it now because the other account is locked. Yeah. But yeah, c'est la vie. C'est la vie. It is what it is. All right, boys. I'll catch you. I'll catch you tomorrow. Hopefully, we won't have any problems with the power, and we'll be on stream on time. But yeah, I'll catch you boys tomorrow. Peace.